Thank you for the organizer of this research conference for letting me present my research entitled the Faculty Management System with Predictive Analytics and Decision Support. So by the way, I'm Engineer Christy Calpotura, MSME, MIT DIT. Currently, I am the Associate Professor under the Computer Engineering team of the Faculty of Electrical and Computer Engineering, GMA University, the Institute of Technology. To start with this presentation, so let me first discuss to you about the rationale and the background of my research. So what is GMA University? So GMA University is established in 1952 in Ethiopia's Oromia region. So it became a full university in 2000. As a leading academic institution, it promotes higher education and community development through innovative teaching, research, and outreach programs. Committed to excellence, it addresses societal challenges while shaping future leaders. GMA University has this motto that is, we are in the community. So with this, the university plays a vital role in addressing local and national challenges through research-driven initiatives and community-focused programs. Now, a key aspect of its operations involves faculty management systems which are implemented each semester to ensure a smooth academic processes. Now, this system includes, of course, at the beginning of the semester, it is the program coordinator who allocates course, designate room assignments, and do the class scheduling. Aside from that, of course, right after course allocation, then we have the faculty who will be doing student attendance monitoring and management. And finally, at the end of every semester, student, department heads, and peer instructor do the faculty evaluation. Now, all of these are done manually in GMA University. Now, to enhance productivity, okay, GMA University leverages advanced technological system. Thus, we have this JU software suite as the main output of this research actually, which streamlines administrative tasks, reduce manual workloads, and improve overall operational efficiency. Now, by integrating solutions, so the university ensures a more effective and data-driven approach to faculty and academic management. Now, with this rationale, of course, the problem is how are we going to do this software suite, for example. So we have the following objectives. So the objectives of this research is that it aims to design, develop, and implement the faculty management system with predictive analytics and decision support. Now, to do this, we are going to do the following objectives. So the first objective is that we have to identify first the problems and challenges encountered by the university in faculty management processes. After identifying the problems, then the next is to determine which suitable algorithms are intended for the development of the faculty management system. With the algorithms, then we have the different significant predictors to be analyzed that affects the faculty management processes. After analyzing the significant predictors, the next is, of course, to propose which model are necessary for the development of the faculty management system. So all of these algorithms, the problems, the significant predictors, and the models, these are very important in designing and developing a system that address the identified problems in the faculty management. After the development, then we are now going to evaluate the extent of compliance of the developed system with the ISO 2510 software quality standard. Following that is the recommendation for the enhancements that are necessary for improving the developed system. So all of these are the objectives that are being met in developing this faculty management system with predictive analytics and decision support. Okay. So to do these objectives, of course, we follow particular methodology. So these are the methods that I've considered in doing my system. So I've used or employed a descriptive developmental research approach actually. Okay. So it is actually a mixed methods approach using qualitative method. For the qualitative method or technique, this is used to identify the existing faculty management challenges. And the other one is quantitative. It is because this is used to evaluate the system's compliance with the ISO 2510 software quality standards. Now, it is a developmental research because it is using a rapid application development model, which is an agile methodology that emphasizes rapid prototyping and iterative improvements. By aligning RAD phases with the research framework, of course, I am going to show it to you later on, the study ensured efficient system design while addressing real-world administrative needs. So the resulting integrated solution combines, of course, the very feature of the system, which is the predictive analytics and decision support capabilities, which will optimize or optimizes the faculty management process. So herein is my paradigm of the study. So here are the inputs, which included the problems and challenges encountered by the university along FMS. So I have those data sets, which included the faculty profile, faculty attendance, course allocation, class scheduling, room assignment, and faculty evaluations. I also have faculty manual and procedures. And finally, of course, the instrument that is necessary for the ISO 2510 software quality standards. So managing this input are the process that we've conducted in bringing out the research. So the process included three of them. So the first one is the analysis of the problems and challenges encountered by the university along FMS, followed by, of course, the rapid application development model, which includes requirements planning, user design, construction, and cutover. Okay. And finally, of course, we have the evaluation of the developed system using the ISO 2510 software quality standards. Now, of course, the very output of this is the research itself, and that is the faculty management system with predictive analytics and decision support. Now, following this IPO, of course, the first iteration is not sufficient at all. So, of course, we are going to have a feedback going back to the input again until such time, okay, the faculty management system with predictive analytics and decision support is finalized. So this is how the methods that were considered in the development of this research. Okay, with these methods, of course, here comes now the different results and discussions. Okay, of course, the answer of each of the following objectives is based on different phases. So I am going to explain it one by one on which phase I am answering each of those specific objectives. Okay, during the data gathering phase, okay, the researcher gathered essential data for system development. So this included identifying relevant business rules and examining the problem and challenges within the faculty management system, which encompasses, of course, three of the different subsystems that were mentioned a while back on my introduction. And those are student attendance monitoring and management, the course allocation, scheduling, and room assignment, and finally the faculty evaluation. So all of which guided the system's functionality. The data collection process involved consultations, of course, with the different domain experts, analysis of existing systems, and a review of related literature to ensure a thorough understanding and accurate identification of systems requirement. Now, this qualitative approach addresses the research first objective, actually, this first phase. After this data gathering phase, okay, we also consider the algorithm design phase. Now, on this algorithm design phase, since we have those very important feature of the system, and that is predictive analytics and decision support, algorithms for face detection algorithm and face recognition is essential for that matter. The face detection algorithm is used to identify and locate faces in images or video stream. And for the face recognition algorithm, this is employed to verify and recognize individual identities. Okay. The decision support part of the system is all about considering some role-based algorithm and some text mining algorithms. So the role-based algorithms utilized to implement business logic and operational rules across subsystems. And for the text mining algorithms, this is applied to analyze textual inputs, particularly in the faculty evaluation subsystem. Now, these algorithms collectively supported core functionalities, okay, such as attendance monitoring and management, course allocation, scheduling and room assignment, and faculty evaluation, which answers the second objective of this research. Following the algorithm design phase is the significant predictors phase. So identifying significant predictors become a crucial step after selecting the appropriate algorithms. Now, these predictors were the key factors influencing the effectiveness of the algorithm in real-world applications. Now, by determining the most relevant predictors, which are the following. So we have the highlight features, integral image, cascade structure, fingerprint, face encoding, sentence embeddings, class record, evaluation form, class schedule, faculty availability, and cosine similarity. These predictors played a vital role in fine-tuning our algorithm performance. That's the first one. Ensuring seamless system integration, guiding implementation by aligning algorithms with system-specific needs, and supporting subsystem development to achieve intended outcomes efficiently and accurately. So ultimately, these are indispensable for maximizing the system's overall effectiveness. So right after we identify the different significant predictors, then we have the model integration. So I named three very important models for this, and those are the face recognition model, the database model, and the sentence transformer model. Okay, for the face recognition model, I do some experiment on which recognizer is very efficient. And from that experiments, I come up that the face recognition library plus the random forest algorithm gives me 100% accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score on diverse data set. Okay. So those recognizers included the eigenface, the Fisher face, and the LBPH. So this enabled efficient user identification and authentication through facial feature analysis. That's the first one. The second one is the database model. For the database model, so this ensured proper data storage, retrieval, and management while enforcing the business rules to maintain data integrity. And finally, the sentence transformer model. So I've used a pre-trained model, which is the All-Mini LM L6-V2. So this is responsible in processing text data using advanced natural language processing to analyze and, and interpret textual information. Okay? So right after the model integration phase, then we have now the development of the system. So for the development of the system with the data that is being gathered, with the algorithm that is being designed with the significant predictors and the different models that were mentioned, I've come up now with 3 subsystems. So I call those 3 subsystems as the face recognition, attendance monitoring, with mobile verification and query information subsystem version 1.0. So that is from MVQuiz v1.0. Then we have the FCARABS version 1.0. So that is the faculty course allocation with room assignment monitoring system. And finally, the FES version 1.0. So that is the faculty evaluation subsystem. Of course, as illustrated on the paradigm of the study, as illustrated on the methodology. So the first iteration, the system is not yet finished. So to verify and validate it, then there is an iteration again, starting from the first phase, and that is the data gathering phase. After a lot of iterations and sometime that the system would be ready, okay, the last phase would be the evaluation of the software using the ISO IEC 2510 software quality standard questionnaire. So along with this architecture, should I say, then of course the final product that I have done with this research is that I provided installers on my university. So I call it GMA University Software Suite.exe. So this is installable on a Windows platform, Windows 11, which is the optimized operating system to install this one. So I also have installers for mobile application. I call it faculty validate.apk and student query.apk. I also have servers. So servers should be installed. Okay, so I've used the WAMP server 3.3.0, okay, 64-bit for my database model, and of course the JRDC2 server to connect, okay, mobile apps with the WAMP server. Now for the administrator, not to encode one by one, okay, the student information and course information, I do prepare also a student list template and course list template, which is somewhat one click, okay, to do that one on my system. Okay. Now to see how my system operates, you can capture this QR code. Okay, I have uploaded this one over the YouTube to see how to register user and show the different operations of my subsystem. I also have this one, okay? So the full operations of the different subsystems. So you can get this one, okay? Now, of course, finally, here is the result of the survey that had happened, and the developed system was found to be compliant with the ISO IEC 2510 standard to a very great extent. Okay, so that is all about the results and discussion. And of course, with the conclusion, okay, here are the conclusions that were made. So these conclusions actually were based on the answers on the different specific objectives. So the first one is, of course, key challenges were identified, which includes unreliable attendance tracking, frequent scheduling conflicts, and inconsistent faculty evaluation. So this answers actually the first objective. Okay. Then the next one is, okay, the development of algorithms and identification of significant predictors for automated attendance tracking using facial recognition, fingerprint authentication, intelligent algorithms for optimized course scheduling, and advanced metrics for fair and consistent faculty assessments. Then the models. So models were designed that makes up the system component, which includes a face recognition model, database model, and sentence transformer model. Okay, we also developed 3 subsystems, which we call the From MVQuiz version 1.0, FCARAMS version 1.0, and FES version 1.0, which comprises the software suite for the faculty management system. It is rated very great extent compliance across all software quality standards. And finally, of course, with the system enhancements, so this includes audit and compliance features, large language models integration, and implementation of a graph coloring algorithms. Okay. To finally wrap up this presentation, I do have these recommendations. So, of course, the administration must deploy the faculty management system with full resources for system integration and maximum efficiency for the institutional alignment. Okay, so the researcher should provide hands-on training to help users maximize system benefits. And finally, of course, with the future researchers, they should enhance, okay, my face recognition algorithm. Consider graph-based scheduling and text mining for faculty evaluation. Okay, so good day to all. Okay, that ends my presentation. And any question is you can raise any questions with respect to the how the system is being developed. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity in presenting my research.